So a lot of people don't seem overly concerned right now about what's taking place on the other side of the world because I think a lot of Americans are just so used to war happening elsewhere that there's just not, they just don't seem to be very invested in it. But this one has the potential of coming much closer to home. If you're not really sure what's going on, essentially this is a power play that's being led and will be initiated more than likely by Russia, trying to more or less reestablish, and reconstitute the old USSR. They need places like Ukraine for their agriculture and manufacturing and proximity to Europe. Who knows how far Putin's willing to continue his westward conquering if, God forbid, he were to take Ukraine, probably onto Latvia and Lithuania and other countries, potentially Poland. Problem is that the NATO can't seem to get on the same page because you have countries like Germany that gets a large percentage of their natural gas from a pipeline that comes from Russia, and they don't really want to tick Russia off and get that shut off, or it'll greatly impact their economy. And you've got the situation of an indicator where the world leaders at least think this is going. You've got the Americans and the Brits and Australians that have decided to pull out the diplomats and citizens from the embassies in Ukraine. And then just today there's news coming out of China that the United States has also put something in motion to get the diplomats and citizens out of the U.S. Embassy and consulate in China. The Beijing Olympics are scheduled to start in about a week, and at that time Putin's going to go meet with President Xi of China and have some discussions. But this is not just centered solely on Ukraine. China is prepared to invade Taiwan and is making threats even as serious as nuclear threats against America. The 54th Missile Division in Russia has been more or less put on high alert that they're the ones with the Yars that has missile capabilities of 11,000 kilometers, which is probably about 7,000 miles, and within shouting distance of the United States. And this thing could go very awry quickly. Make sure you know Christ. He's coming back.